Viewers, I hope you are doing well and you have watched our previous videos. If you have not watched, I would recommend you to go and watch the previous videos. So, because we have started from scratch Python training. So, in today's training, what we'll learn about MySQL. So we'll do some more operations on MySQL. We'll go through some very useful Python tutorial web portals that you need to go for doing if you are doing Python programming, and then at the end we'll see Excel processing, how to process Excel in Python. So let's jump into the programming part. So in today's session, we'll see MySQL part first. So as I have told you in previous sessions, to connect with MySQL database, you need to import this MySQL connector, and to make a database connection, you need to provide hostname, username, password. And if you want to connect to a particular database, like one MySQL can have multiple databases. If you want to connect to a specific database, you need to provide the database name as well. Now, if the database connection is correct, let me just comment this out so that you will not get confused. I'll try to run this program to see if the database connection is working properly or not. So I can see the database connection is fine. Now I'll do some MySQL operations here. That will I'll try to select some rows from MySQL, one of the tables. Okay, so I've created previously one table in previous session, employee 2, and I have added records. So if I want to fetch all records with name Balu, I'll try to run. Let me try to run this program. This is how the SQL can be written. This is how the SQL will executed, and fetch all means I will fetch all the records with name Balu coming. If I'll give fetch 1, then in this case, instead of 2 records, only 1 records would get printed. Let me run this. You can see only 1 record gets printed. Now we'll see some more operations on MySQL. So here, instead of giving the full variable for name, full parameter, if I don't know the exact parameter, like typically in search, I can search by any letter. If any of the matching string found, that means with wildcard search, if you want to do, like in case of Balu, I just remember ALLU. Then also I want to get records with name Balu, okay, or any record which has ALL in it, in name. So if I'll run it, I'll get 1 record. See the wildcard character. This is how this is called the like search. Okay. Similarly, if you want to do some parameterized, like if you don't know, you are taking some parameter from input, maybe from UI, then in that case you will just write like this, and whatever values will come from the UI, you will set as the parameter and then execute. That's how it will work. Okay. Now I'll do some operation here. If you want to delete any records, okay, so suppose I want to delete a record, and remember, note down here, I am limiting this to 1, so that I don't want to delete all record with Balu name, just want to delete 1. Okay, now I'll print it, and row count give you the total rows. Okay, now I just run it, and this is the delete statement that will delete the rows here. Okay, this is how it works. Next, what we'll learn Excel. Before going to Excel processing, let's go to this site and see what it contains for you. So this is for Python version 3. It contains all the methods which is available, really useful methods. So you can go through these methods which is there, like if you need calendar, you in command line you need everything. to copy, every kind of methods you will find here on this. Note down docs.python.org. Remember, you need to specify the version because the version is very important. With each version we get new features, new functions. Okay, some email functionality if you want to implement. So everything you will get here. So this is very useful if you want to process JSON, everything, math library, everything that you can think of in Python version 3. This is all that you can get. Okay, now we'll go to the next site, that is pypui.org. This is again very useful. So as we know, Python is open source, so many developers contribute to the society for developers. So if you want to implement, suppose email, then so there is likelihood that almost everything that you will start, someone must have implemented it. In most of the cases, so you will see how they have implemented it. They donate the code and everything. How to install the email part. You can download the files related to this. Okay, these are the files which is related to. If you want to do some, suppose implement some SMS, then how to implement SMS, these all things already done by one or other developer. Okay, now this is very, remember, py.py. Okay, py Python. Okay, so everything you will get on this. So these two are very useful sites. Now we'll see the Excel processing. Okay, so first of all, what we'll do, we'll try to create an Excel. Okay, by default when you will run the program, this will, if will not give the path, it will by default create in the same folder where your code lies. Okay, now for Excel you need to import this library workbook. Okay, and then as we know, in Excel we have workbook and worksheets. Okay, so what you need to create, which is the active, by default it is sheet 1 which is active, and then the rows and columns that we have, we can append these values. Okay, now for date time we need to import this date time library. You can see the dynamism. I don't need to import everything here. I can write the import statement anywhere, wherever needed. Okay, then I can save the file workbook that I am creating here. Okay, so I'm trying to write something in A1, then append 1 2 3 in it. Let's try to run this. Now see, sample XLS gets created here with this name. Okay, if we'll give a new name, if I'll run it, you can see the new sample file 2 will get created here. See, the new sample test file gets created here. Okay, now if I'll open this file here, there are two test files which gets created. I'll open anyone and we'll see whether it, so as we have seen, it inserts on A1 42, then this date time. So as per our program, in worksheet, active worksheet on A1 prints 42, and then the rest of the things, it gets appended here. Okay, this is as per what we have written. This is how you can create a sample Excel file. Now I'll just close this part and we'll do something else in Python. So we have seen how to create a new Excel file. You can load, and if okay, now let's try to load some already existing Excel file. So I've created one employee here. There is employee Excel, which let me try to delete this part. Okay, I have created a sample Excel where I have added some values. Okay, now I'll save it. So I'll read this Excel file what I will read, I'll read the sheet 1, and then to read in a specific cell you need to specify the rows and columns of the cell. Okay, so it means rows, and so these are the columns and these are the rows in Excel. Okay, so these are the cell columns, so it means A2 means column A and rows 2, A3 column A row 3. This means row second column B and row is 2. Okay, this is how you can read. This is how you can read the cells value. If I'll let me try to, okay, let me try to read the Excel file. See, I have read two values. First one, cell value and the maximum row count. So how many rows I have? Okay, these are the 4 rows that I have. Okay, and on one first column, first row, we have a name value that I have printed here. Okay, this is how we can load an already existing Excel that we have. Now let's try to do something else as well. Now let's try to, we know how to get the max row. Okay, so let's try to print all the rows values here. Okay, all the rows, we can iterate through the rows here. Okay, using for loop you can iterate. Now let's try to print a bar chart. Now let's try to print a bar chart, and we'll try to add this in a separate Excel file. We'll process it, we'll create a bar chart, and we'll insert the bar chart on column F2, means column F and row 2, and then we'll create another Excel. Okay, so we are reading one Excel, creating one Excel, and inserting a bar chart in. Now what will the bar chart will have? Bar chart will read, so I am reading column minimum column 5 and maximum column 5. So what the bar chart will read, E means 5, these are this column it will read. Okay, minimum and maximum means it will read only this column. Okay, so based on the values present in this column, it will create a bar chart. Okay, so let me try to run this program. Let's see if it works. So 1 2 3 4 printed because of this, and we'll see. Okay, the new Excel file gets printed. Okay, this is the new Excel. Okay, that gets printed because we have created a new Excel file. Okay, if you want to save, if you want to create the bar chart and save in the same file, that also you can do. So this is the new Excel where in F2, F second row, it has started this bar chart. If you want to insert bar chart in this file itself, you don't I'll just save it. This is the employee, this doesn't have bar chart. If I'll run it, it will try to insert bar chart in this file itself. Okay, let me see if it has created. See, the bar chart gets created. Okay, and it is selecting this column values. So we have seen how to create an Excel file, how to load an existing, how to load and process an existing Excel file, how to create a bar chart and insert in it. Okay, and by processing it, and this is how we can process thousands of Excel files, create new Excel files, or update the same Excel file. Okay, so that's the end of today's tutorial. We'll meet in another videos of Python. Thanks for watching, and keep like and subscribe the videos. If you have any other suggestions for us that we can improve, please write in the comment box.